Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will put total under and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive. They'll try the right side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore will throw. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They get it on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hogs in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Going to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He might want another play. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The give to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pushing for a crease to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, King. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Moore to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open. He makes the catch. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Whittington. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat, next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on third and short. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Right back to the well. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Ducks are on the move. Moore to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Whittingham. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. stepping back. It's Beck. Fires left. Lost the defensive line open. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. If you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it in. It's Marion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
We know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's low. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And the Ducks want to move quickly. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Miami.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. This time it's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Running out of time here in the first second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Oregon.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And that is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, running the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Finds his man. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trying to do it on the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
The Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. We'll send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just big tight end. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's low.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. We saw it right there.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the
Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll... drive at their own 25. Leaves it with the back. The ball scores free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for them.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll try the right side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's back. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Big tight end makes the grab at the first down. And they finally make the tackle, and this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And the Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got the tight end. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football.
Scores on the sneak.
And it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a team to start this game off.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing, take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got halves to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's back. Trying to pull his way out. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Ball security always paramount. That football must be turning it on. Got the 1st down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the ground. He's got it again.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking to throw. Wide out, trying to get in. Touchdown, Miami. Made the ground and took it on in for a score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it along the sideline. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Indiana.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense, keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Got it downfield. That's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Lost the fire on second down. That's caught. It's Becker. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You run the slant route they want, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it away. Touchdown, Hurricane.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Mendoza. He's got him this time. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've they've struggled, they haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Throws it in. On the ball's out after that big play. Defense falls. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Check down would be the last resort. Looking down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Indiana! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So first down will open up the final period. Back to throw, it's back. Got it in the middle, it's Powell. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. This
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give and tick, 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 tick. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak.
Well, at this situation in the game now with the lead, we know the offense is just going to try and run the football, lead the clock, and ice this game.
The Canes inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab. It's Williams.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Becker. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
I love the personnel group of the defense is in right now. With the lead late in the 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incomplete.
He wants to take the top off. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. That game not nearly as competitive as many of us expected. I think it was a quintessential example of one team got ready for a game and the other one got ready for a fight.
Yeah, I think we've got a new favorite to win the national championship right now. If you're betting this top 5 opponent to blow out the #1 team in the country like that, that is a statement everybody's got to take account of. Unbelievable talent, and what a dominant performance.
I mean, they put it together. And to watch